Hello all you lovely people and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at Death Stranding, the director's cut on the Lenovo Legion Go. Now a quick word here, this is not Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Unfortunately we don't have that on the PC yet. So I thought let's revisit Death Stranding, the director's cut on the Legion Go, because I want to show you how this game performs on the Legion Go. Now please note, I have not connected my Legion Go to my eGPU, so whatever performance you are about to see in this video is all on the Legion Go natively. And therefore, I'm going to be sharing all the adrenaline settings with you in this video. I'm going to be sharing the in-game settings in this video, and I'm going to be showing you the performance of this game on the Legion Go on its own without an eGPU. I've already tried it a little bit and the game actually performs really well, and it performs at a reasonable resolution. So with that said, this is my Death Stranding director's cut video on the Legion Go. Let's get started, folks. Let's start by talking about the AMD adrenaline settings that I have. So here, because this is on my Epic Games library, I had to manually add the game. So if you haven't already got this game showing in your game library, which is here, then all you got to do is quickly click on these three dots on top, and you should be able to add a game manually. That's exactly what I've done. Now, once you add the game manually, you will obviously have access to AFMF 2.1 because, hey, this is adrenaline. And these are my settings. I'm playing with the Radeon Super Resolution because for some reason, I am not getting Radeon image sharpening as an option here. So I just chose to go along with super resolution. I've kept the sharpen effect at 75 because I don't think I need to go anything above that. Now the search mode has been kept on high, the performance mode has been kept on quality, and the Radeon anti-lag has been turned on. I would also like to point out the advanced settings that I'm running with. Anti-aliasing method is multi-sampling. The morphological anti-aliasing has been enabled. The anisotropic filtering has been enabled and kept at 2x. The texture filtering quality has been kept on performance mode, and even the surface format optimization has been enabled. So these are my advanced settings and these are my adrenaline settings. And as far as my display driver version goes, this is the 25.3.1. That's the display driver that I'm currently running with. If you don't already know how to sideload these drivers, then please check out my dedicated video where I've shown you how to sideload a driver. Now, the only difference in that video is that instead of 25.3.1, I've shown how to install 24.12.1. The process stays the same. It's just the install file that you have to download is different. So instead of downloading the install file for 25.12.1, you've got to download the install file for 25.3.1. That's the only difference. All the other steps stay the same. So now that I've shown you the AMD adrenaline settings, let's quickly launch the game. And what I've done is I've added this to my Steam library. The reason why I've added this is because I want to play with my PS4 controller. And all you got to do is add a game from here, add a non-Steam game, and this game should be available. What this will allow me to do is play with these controls. So I'm just going to choose this, and yep, I'm going to select this and I'm going to back out. So now I'm going to click on that play and I'm going to get into the game, and let's see how this game performs on the Legion Go. Before I get into the game, I would like to show you the in-game settings that I'm running with. So let's go over to graphical settings and let's take a look at what are the display settings of the graphical settings that I'm running with. I'm playing this on the full screen mode, and I'm playing this on a 16:9 aspect ratio. The display resolution that I've chosen is 1600 by 900 in the game. And as far as my Legion Space display settings go, well, I've kept it at 1600 into 1000, 144 Hertz. Let me start tracking this. So I'm going to start tracking the performance of this game. The TDP settings, it's kept on performance mode, as you can clearly see. So Legion Space setting has also been shown. VSync I've just turned on. I've not done anything with that. As far as the graphical quality preset goes, I have a custom mix. I'll tell you why. The model detail, I've just kept that on default. The memory for streaming, I've kept that on default. But the shadow resolution, I've lowered it down and kept it on low. The ambient occlusion, I've kept it on. Screen space reflections have also been turned on. There is an option of NVIDIA image scaling in this. So I'm clubbing that with Radeon Super Resolution, and since this option was available, I chose to go along with this and I kept it on balanced mode. I'm not using AMD's FSR or FX Super Resolution. I'm instead using NVIDIA image scaling, and I've kept that on balanced mode. The anti-aliasing has been kept on FXAA, sharpness 10%, depth of field is on, but motion blur has been turned off. As you know, I don't like motion blur in my games. So these are the settings that I'm currently running with. The tracker is obviously right here. So in case you want to track the performance of the game, please make sure you keep an eye out on the FPS counter. Let's start a new game, and I'm going to play it on the easiest mode available as all my videos go, because I want to show as much of the game as possible. And generally when I make these videos, I do choose the easiest mode available. So with these settings on, we're going to get into the game and we're going to see how this performs. By the way, let me turn the light off very quickly, the other one, this one, so that I don't have any glare on screen. So now you'll be able to see the screen even in a better way. Let's load the game and see how this performs. By the way, this is a very demanding title, by the way. And although the Legion Space's native resolution is around 1600p, which is right here, I'm obviously not going to play it at 1600p because it's going to take a lot of juice, yeah? So I've chosen to go along with 1000p, and I'm just going to quickly adjust the brightness just a little bit, and let's go along with this. Okay, yeah, let's just choose 1.1. Okay, that's fine. Confirm this, and the game finally gets to start. So when you're playing on Legion Go, obviously you have an option of playing this on a lower resolution as well, 800p. If you do that, you will get more performance, but I think this is the sweet spot when you keep the resolution at 1000p from Legion Space settings. If you go down further, you will get more performance, but obviously the visual fidelity will take a hit. I chose to keep this at 1000p, and the aspect ratio is 16:9 from the game. Now there is NVIDIA image scaling. There was FSR as well, but I chose to go along with NVIDIA's image scaling. And let's see how this game performs, by the way. This is not maxed out TDP. So the performance TDP has been pretty good for me because it's not as loud as maxing it out. Because when you max out the TDP, the fans really kick in and it is distracting. By the way, in case you're wondering what kind of VRAM have I got allocated to the game, well, I have 6 GB allocated to the Legion Go through BIOS. So that's what I'm running with in terms of the VRAM. I have not locked the frame rates yet, so no limiter, and I'm not using any peak or idle FPS. Now, one quick thing that I would like to mention here while you see this cutscene is that I even tried to run this game on my ROG Strix G15 Advantage Edition, which had the RX 6800M, I think, and that was a 12 GB graphic card. And even on that, at 1440p, this game did not run as smoothly as it does on the Legion Go, surprisingly. Obviously, that is 1440p. This is 900 or 1000p. So the comparison is not fair, I understand, but this game looks absolutely stunning on this 8.8-inch QHD Plus display of the Legion Go. And the performance that I'm getting is comparatively more stable compared to my RX 6800M mobile graphic card with 12 GB VRAM on my ROG Strix G15 Advantage Edition. And that says a lot because this is a tiny device. Technology has come so far that games perform so well. And when I say it's running smoothly and when it shows 87 FPS here, it really is 87 FPS, guys. I mean, it is that fast and snappy. So it's not like it's a fake tracker. It's not giving me any fake numbers. I might want to increase the screen brightness, maybe a tad bit out here. Let's keep it at 78%. I think it'll look much better. So yeah, this already looks better. You're going to be achieving more than 60 FPS for sure with these settings. And as you can see, the counter says that I'm getting like 87 FPS, But obviously these are cutscenes. This is not actual gameplay. But you get an idea as to how this runs taking a look at this cutscene. Everything looks really sharp, guys. Look at those hair follicles and hair strands. The birds in the background are buttery smooth as well. The foliage looks fantastic. It looks really cinematic on this small screen. And please note, no eGPU connected. This is native performance on the Legion Go. This is incredible, guys. Now, obviously, you have an option of playing this with lossless scaling as well. I might make another video on that somewhere down the line, but I don't think you need LSFG 3.0 for this. Here with AFMF 2.1, which is actually a driver-based solution, I think you're going to get better results on this game, and you can clearly see that this is running really well. In terms of the visuals, this game is obviously gloriously gorgeous, and you are going to enjoy this scenic landscape in all its glory on this small little Legion Go's screen. Now, even the graphical settings that I had shown you, the in-game graphical settings, I think the only thing that I dialed down were the shadows, and I turned the motion blur off. But all the other settings, I've actually kept it on the default mode. Maybe if you lock the FPS, you might get a more stable performance. But here, if you notice, the FPS has actually been pretty solidly stable at that 87 FPS. It hasn't moved. And as far as the lag goes, it's showing me 11.5 millisecond, which should be really good even in terms of the gameplay. But we'll find out, guys. So this is a pretty lengthy cutscene. And in case you don't want to see the whole cutscene, then you can obviously skip over to the gameplay aspect of this game. So we are already into the gameplay and it's still showing me a solid 87 FPS so far. But what's important is that it's smooth. That is important, right? I mean, sometimes the tracker might be a little janky. In this case, I think it definitely is not reporting the right FPS because I haven't seen it move at all. It's just been stable at that 87 FPS. But this is why I make these videos, right? So that I can tell you my real world experience. So in my real world experience, I think this looks super smooth. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually 87 FPS. And the reason why it's not moved is because, hey, it's actually been that stable. Okay, so let's grab that and let's get going. Okay, let's carry it in the back. Now, the foliage, everything looks really sharp, guys. It looks brilliant. And it's so smooth that I have no words. Such a great performance, guys. Wow. This is really smooth, guys. Really, really smooth. So far, guys, it's been giving me 87 FPS. A flat 87 FPS. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay, all right. This is one of the issues that you have in this game. You have to maintain balance. Wow. So far, so good, guys. And this is really good performance. I'm really happy with it. So even when it cuts into these cutscenes, I think the transitions are seamless. And it's in these cutscenes that you really get to appreciate how good this looks on the Legion Go. Yeah, it is brilliant, guys. And I've not even experienced any kind of stutters. So when I was playing this on my ROG Strix G15 Advantage Edition, I of course had stuttering. I had the frame rates fluctuating. I had kept it on high settings, obviously. I had kept it at 1440p because I did want to try maxing things out on my RX 6800M, and I wanted to see how it performs. And I'm really happy to report that the Legion Go's performance is actually better than my laptop's performance. So that goes to show how capable this tiny little device actually is. These cutscenes, guys, I mean, they are absolutely fantastic. So I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna skip these cutscenes because I want to show something else as well. I want to try something else out. So I'm gonna skip this as well. Let's try to skip this. And what I want to see is how does this impact the game if I increase the resolution from here. Let's take it up to 1200p. Why not? Instead of that 1000p. And you would notice that the tracker did drop down to 76 FPS there. But even at 1200p, in fact, it's gone up. It's showing 88 FPS. Something's happening. 85, 89. So in case you were wondering, yeah, the tracker is not working. Well, it actually is. It's even showing me 94 FPS now, guys, which is insane. So I've taken the resolution up from Legion Space, and it still says that I'm getting around 90 FPS. Well, ain't that a beauty? But what if I actually take the resolution up from the in-game options? What if I do that? So let's try to do that. Let's go over to 1080p from here. Let's confirm this. And yeah, this is already looking slightly better because the shimmering in the foliage improves slightly. It definitely does. Okay. And look at how gorgeous this game looks. This is 1080p, guys, from within the game settings. And look at how brilliantly this is actually running. I haven't even experienced a lot of lag as you generally do. Because when you use FrameGen, and AFMF 2.1 is kind of FrameGen, but because it's a driver-based solution, I don't see a lot of lag. I'm playing using a PlayStation 4 controller, and there's hardly any lag, guys. Look at how great this game looks and performs on the Legion Go. So let's take it up a notch as I plan to conclude. Let's see if I can take it up to 1440p or 1600p. Let's do this. Let's see what kind of an impact it has. And yeah, now it should give me that option of 1440p. So if I go over to graphical settings now, 1440p, there you go. And in case you were wondering, the tracker doesn't seem to be working. It is working. It's now showing me 67 FPS. But guys, what's interesting is that I'm playing this game at 1440p. In fact, 1600p from the Legion Space settings. From within the game, it's 1440p. So this is 1440p, and even my laptop, my ROG Strix G15 Advantage Edition with a dedicated graphic card, a 12 GB graphic card, did not run this game as smoothly as it is running on the Legion Go at 1440p. That is a super duper surprise. This is 1440p, and what a great performance. Look at everything, guys. Look at that draw distance. Look at that foliage. Things are looking sharp. Things are looking great. The character model also is looking pretty sharp. Let me just zoom in on this guy. Look at how good this looks. Look at those textures in the background. Look at that landscape, that modern landscape, the city landscape in the background. It is looking beautiful, guys. Whoa. This, I think, is peak performance when it comes to the Legion Go. It just shows you how capable this device really is. So happy with the game's performance on the Legion Go, guys. And here you can clearly see that the tracker does actually work. I had my doubts that the tracker was not working simply because of the fact that it had just shown me 87 FPS, a flat 87 FPS. But now that I've taken the resolution up, it shows me 75 FPS. So that means the tracker also seems to be working. And it's not just my reliance on the tracker itself, the game just feels so much smoother that you know that this is actually running above 60 FPS. And again, guys, this is brilliant performance. I'm just going to collect that stuff as well from there. Yep, let's do that. Oh, this is heavy. All right, you've got to balance it out. So this is Death Stranding on the Lenovo Legion Go, guys. Look at how nicely this is running on the Legion Go. 1440p. Isn't that incredible, guys? Things are looking really sharp. I am playing this on the docked mode. Imagine playing this on your television in this docked mode. Of course, this can do 1440p for a game like this. Fantastic, guys. Oh, no, 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 no. All right. Whoa, oh, okay, all right. Let's activate that terminal. Make delivery. Yes. Okay. Let's deliver this. All right, fantastic. So this is Death Stranding. And I'm playing this at a very good time because Death Stranding 2 on the beach just dropped in. And it is already looking great on the PlayStation 5. What do you guys think about the new game? What do you think about the old game? Please let me know in the comments section. And if you just want to visit this universe of Death Stranding, this is a crazy universe. And if you want to play this game on the Legion Go, now is a great time. And then you can just move on to the PlayStation 5 and then play Death Stranding 2 on the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 5 Pro. But look at how nice this game looks on the Legion Go, guys. And this is not just a playable experience, but this is an enjoyable experience because I'm also playing this at 1440p and I'm getting more than 60 FPS, close to 80 FPS on this. So if I take the resolution down, I might end up getting more than what, like 100 FPS probably. I've shown you all the settings that I'm running with, and hopefully you are able to get the same performance on your Legion Go as well. What do you guys think about this video? Please let me know in the comments section. I'm always looking forward to chatting with you in the comments section. If you've liked this content, then I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button and also that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. I do make videos like these. These are my Let's Play videos on the Legion Go. And apart from this, I have game reviews, I have gameplay videos, I have product and item reviews, products related to gaming mainly. So if you want to become a part of my community, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. And there is an option of joining my channel as a member as well for as low as $1. And that $1 will help me fetch a cup of coffee every single month. But hey, that is an option. It's not mandatory. All you got to do to become a part of my community and chit chat with me is just hit that subscribe button. And I greatly appreciate your love and support. And I thank you in advance for doing all of that. That is hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and also that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. But as far as this video goes, it's a wrap for this one, folks. This is me signing off, and I will see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.